Hey, it's Dr. Ganatra, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how this one diagram can help you grow your practice. And I'm going to share with you one strategy that if you put this into play, you're going to grow your practice like no one else in your community. So here's what it is. Well, before I go into it, let's go over exactly what this is. Well, basically, this is a diagram of two parts. This is the part where the competition lives. This is where everybody's fighting for the same crown, the same veneer, the whitening, the teeth, the cleanings. This is where everybody's bidding on their price and they're trying to drop their prices. And this is where it's a price competition. This is where you are trying to go after the same patient that everybody else around you is trying to go after or attract into their practice. That's why we call this the red ocean. This is where all the stuff gets really muggy. And this is where all the businesses, just like yours, your practice, are going after the same services. Crowns, veneers, implants, whitening, teeth cleaning. This is where we see people market exam x-rays and whitening, or exam x-rays and cleaning. And they do the same thing everybody else does. That's called the red ocean. There's no distinction. But now, there's another part to this whole thing. It's the center of the ocean. And over here, the water is clear. In fact, there is no competition. The only competition there is your practice and who your practice was yesterday. Who was your office yesterday? Who were you yesterday? You're only competing against the version of yourself from yesterday. In fact, there's no competition here because you're unique. You know how your process is unique. You know what distinguishes you from your other peers, your other businesses, your other practices that offer the same services. You have a clear idea on what makes you different. That's the blue ocean. And when you're in the blue ocean and you're putting this, what we call the blue ocean strategy together, phenomenal book, by the way, this whole training here is based on that, the blue ocean strategy. And essentially it's about how to create an uncontested market space and leave the competition irrelevant. And when you are in the blue ocean, what happens is patients come in and they pay your price. Patients come in and they mold to your business model. They come seeking after you. Rather than you trying to sell to them, they want to buy from you. There's a big difference. And people coming in buying from you versus you trying to sell to them, this is the place you want to be. How do you get into the blue ocean? How do you actually create a blue ocean practice? Well, there's three things you got to do. The first thing is this. You got to ask yourself, what are most practices around me doing that's normal? What are most practices around me doing that's normal? Well, patients call in, they make an appointment. Maybe they make one online. How can I do something that's different than normal around me? To be in the blue ocean, you got to have distinguishing qualities that you've created and you're clear on with your customer base, your patient base. What are some of those distinguishing qualities that you have in your practice? Have you identified those? So that's the first thing. You got to first get clear on the fact that what's normal. Here's what's normal in our area. Here's what most practices do in our area. Here's what most offices are doing. That's what's normal. Here's what we can do that's different. Now, the thing that you're doing that's different has to be more valuable to the patient. It has to add more convenience, and it has to shift their identity too. When I say shift their identity, they have to feel good because of what you do in your practice. So it has to build more value, meaning like you put together a better package, right? But it also has to add more convenience because convenience optimizers create blue ocean ecosystems. And then the third thing, it has to make it so that way it is going to shift their identity. So they feel a certain way because they got that procedure done with your practice. Now, so that's the first thing. Figure out what's normal, see what you can do that's different, that's adding more value, more convenience, and shifting their identity. The second thing is this. How do you create a blue ocean ecosystem for your practice? You have to look at the process that most other offices are doing and how you can actually flip the script on that, how you can do something totally different from a standpoint of process. What are some of the processes that they're doing? What can you do that's different? I'll give you an example. Someone does Invisalign with impressions. Like, oh, we take a lot of impressions. This is what we do for Invisalign. We do, we take a PVS polyvinyl impression, we send it out, and that's what we do. Whereas you may have a scanner. So you take a digital scan. Now, you don't only take the digital scan, you market your practice in a way that exemplifies and showcases that, gosh, there's no more impressions anymore. Dentistry's advanced. The whole entire world's advanced. We're going off of our phones. How come we're still taking those messy impressions that go down our mouth and make us choke and all that stuff? Now we have a digital imaging system for Invisalign. No messy impressions, no gagging with impression trays, and split, like instant images from the impressions we take. That's a blue ocean process. It's unique, it's different. Not everyone's doing it. Now, I get it. Maybe more people are starting to do it, but what are some of the things from a process standpoint that makes you unique? So think of that. That's the second part. What is a process that you do in your practice that makes you unique, that can add more value, more convenience, and help shift that identity? That one was more of a convenience factor, right? Third thing, what are some of the offers that you can bundle together that makes your practice unique? That's the blue ocean. Remember, in the blue ocean, there is no competition because you're so unique. People come in paying your price. They come in to buy from you. It's like people buying exotic cars. Exotic cars aren't sold, they're bought, right? Same thing with high-end name brand accessories, wearables, whatever it is. So the question is, okay, what is the offer that you can package together that makes you so unique? Maybe instead of TMJ pain and occlusal issues, you're giving them a night guard or a occlusal splint. Maybe you flip that around and say, hey, I'm going to offer Botox treatment. I'm going to offer Botox therapy for their orofacial pain. Most offices around me are not doing that. I'm going to try doing that. That creates a blue ocean. That's unique. It's distinctive. It creates more value. It gives more convenience. Helps shift the patient's identity because now they're not wearing this appliance at night. They're like, oh, my dentist does something really high end for me. I feel good going to her. I feel good going to him. So that could be one thing. Maybe rather than offering, a second thing could be maybe rather than offering, 2 cleanings or 4 cleanings or 3 cleanings a year, you offer them an unlimited teeth whitening package when they can come in any time of the year, up to 3 or 4 times a year, 5 times a year, whatever that is. You carve out that bundle and you say, hey, rather than an unlimited, rather than a cleaning package, we have a teeth whitening package that you can come in, take it home, or you can do it in the office. No matter if you're going on a trip, we'll whiten your teeth the week before. If you have a wedding to go to, you have a special event, we'll go ahead and whiten your teeth for you. So now you've created convenience and you've helped shift that identity because now they're like, oh, I have a place to go to get my teeth whitened. Those are just 2 simple examples. Maybe it's a teeth whitening package that's consistent rather than the exam, x-rays. And maybe it's something you offer like the digital scanner. Maybe it's something you offer like Botox that's shifted that offer up. So now I'm bundling different offers on services that we provide in our practice. That's shifting it up. You see, when you ask yourself these 3 things, what are most practices doing around me? That's normal, that everybody's doing. What are they doing? How can I be different? And my difference has to give the patient more value, more convenience, and has to transform their identity into something they feel greater about within themselves. And if you ask them that and you think, hey, what is the process in my office that I can optimize? So I'm optimizing this process so I can be more of a blue ocean practice because now I'm doing the things that are different than most people around me. I gave you the example of the scanner. And third, hey, what about offers and bundles? What kind of packages can I create that no other office around me is creating? Maybe we have, something unique we do every month. We put them in a raffle and we, pick something out, and there's a prize we give away every month. Maybe the people that come in most consistently for their ReCare appointments. Every month, we pick something out of the bag, and one of our patients that came in the most consistently wins something, right? You're celebrating the audience. You're celebrating the patient database. You're celebrating your customers, your patients. There's many ways to do this. And those 3 ways are a great start point to create more of a blue ocean environment in your practice. Check out the book, How to Create an Uncontested Market Space and Make the Competition Irrelevant. Listen, if you want to charge the prices you want to charge, you want to grow your practice, and you want to be unique and distinctive in your area, you got to create this blue ocean space, this blue ocean market for your practice. You have to be in the blue ocean because the competition is fierce out here. But when you get inside here, you get to grow your practice on your terms. I hope this one helped. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, I love making these for you. Have an incredible rest of your day and live inspired.